Francis when she suddenly made some news about her former employer. And joining me now from New York is the host of Money with Melissa Francis. So 4 years ago, you're on the set of CNBC when you were anchor. What did you say about Obamacare, and what was management's reaction?
You know, it was at the time that the president and his surrogates were out arguing for the passage of Obamacare, and they kept saying again and again that it wasn't going to cost a dime, that you could add all these people to the system and it wouldn't cost anything. And I was questioning repeatedly. You know, I'm a trained economist, and I was asking repeatedly of our guests, how is that possible? You know, if you add millions of people to the system, it's going to cost something. Right. And after my show one day, I was called upstairs to our manager's office and told that, you know, my comments were inappropriate. And I said, look, this is math, not politics. I'm talking about the dollars and cents. You know, we're a money channel. And I was told that I was, quote, disrespecting the office of the president by questioning the math of Obamacare.
I asked CNBC for a response to your account, and I got a one-word comment: laughable.
Yeah. You know, I thought that the response, they responded immediately to the New York Post, and what they said was more baffling than anything else. I mean, they said that they're always on the lookout to hire actresses. And it was so glib. I don't even know what point they were trying to make, if they're doing scripted programming now, and that's what that was about.
It's, of course, a reference to your previous career as an actress.
I don't know about that, because it says we're always on the lookout for actresses. They said we're growing in prime time, and we're always on the lookout for actresses and comedy writers.
Let me come back to this manager meeting. I don't think anyone would accuse you of that. At least I would not. Did the managers who had called you on the carpet say your tone was too harsh? Did they say you couldn't question Obamacare at all?
No, they said, you know, that my tone was inappropriate. You know, that I was being disrespectful to the office of the president, were the exact words and the exact language. And I have to say, you know, I was called in more than once. On another occasion, I was told that I was being too political. And I pointed out that there are other folks. I mean, there are many great journalists at CNBC, and this, make no mistake, is about the management. And at the time, you know, I said there are other people who are vocal and political. You look at Larry Kudlow, you look at Joe Kernan, and their response to me was, these are specific people with specific roles, and everybody knows that they're out there representing a certain point of view. And
we don't want to tar all of CNBC. I mean, Rick Santelli is often very tough on the administration, and some people think he gave rise to the Tea Party movement. But if you're going to tell this story now, shouldn't you name the executives involved? Why protect them?
Because I think I thought about that a lot. I think it was pervasive across the network, and there was actually more than one person who told me to stop. So to pin it on an individual would allow them to scapegoat one or two people in particular. And I think it was pervasive across the network, and that it's, you know, people should know about it. And especially now, you know, when Jonathan Gruber comes to light, and he says that the administration relied on the voters' economic ignorance, their lack of economic understanding. The point of business journalism is to illuminate the economic facts. And I had to scream at the television when I saw the Gruber video, because I thought...
Let me jump in.
I was a part of this. Yeah.
Why? It's been 4 years now. Did you think of going public earlier? Why now?
You know, I've mentioned the incident and the exact words to many people in the past. I mean, at the time, I told people, and I even told Roger Ailes when I came to work here, the reason why I'm doing it now is watching the Gruber videos. I felt like I was in part complicit in the very cover-up that he's talking about, because I tried to illuminate the math, exactly what he's saying, that they had to hide the costs. I specifically tried to illuminate the costs and was stopped from doing that. And I think the American public deserves to know that the reason why Jonathan Gruber and others like him are able to get away with this is because there are networks out there and management at CNBC who are complicit in this cover-up and keeping people ignorant. You know, you may decide...
as well.
I mean, you may decide that Obamacare makes sense, but you need to do it based on the facts. You need to understand the real math and then decide. And that's certainly what we try to do on Fox Business.
We're up against a break. I know you understand that. Melissa Francis, thanks for speaking out.